Did you watch the takeoff this morning, the blast off?
I did. Yeah, it just so happened I woke up 30 seconds.
Ah, right.
Yeah, I woke up 30-second countdown.
Spectacular stuff, ne?
Wow, I didn't know. You might be able to correct me. I didn't know. Did like the space shuttles and stuff? Did they go supersonic, or is that the first?
No, of course. You have to be well over supersonic to be able to escape. Escape velocity is well over that. That's
they've got a Tesla Roadster. They got a car on board, haven't they? That's their favourite.
So good fun. I like the guy.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got? Good morning, people. Double trouble. I'll try and keep out of the way here. Which way should I sit? I move a bit to the right. What we're going to do is, you know what I'm doing. You know who this is at the back there? What we're going to do is I'm going to start the stream this morning by just working on my owls here for a little while. And our friend at the back here is getting warmed up for his. And then partway through, I'll stop my work here. I've got some photographs of the construction downstairs. I don't have a movie stream yet for you, but we've got a photograph, some small slideshow of what's going on downstairs. And then I'll try after that to grab the camera here and move it over to the other bench, so you can watch Francis. Oh, Francis, I'm still at that. You can watch William for a while he's doing it. A lot of people on the stream are saying hello back there in the back seat.
Hello.
Backseat driver today.
Yeah.
What is William Pretty? Just hang on. We'll move the camera back to his bench after a while, and he'll talk to you and tell you what's going on himself.
Yeah,
so don't ask me too many questions about what he's doing back there. He'll let you in on it when we get to his turn this morning.
If any of the 3 people that have been watching my Instagram streams are here, they'll know.
Oh, wait, were you streaming it yesterday?
I didn't do it yesterday, but a couple of days before that I did a couple of Instagram ones to, I think to just Sylvian on his own, to be honest.
And it might be about, I think rather than 90 minutes, it might be about an hour stream today. I might have to get out of here at 9 o'clock. I don't know. So let's look for a 60-minute stream, maybe the first half on my bench and the last half over at William's bench. And in between, we'll have a look at the slideshow of the construction. Someone's asking you how many owls. I don't remember, that came up in yesterday's stream. How many owls was total yesterday?
I think we were about 360 something.
Well, that's what's left the building so far.
And then you've got
the 30 I did the other day, and now there's 30 more in here now. So
it's going to be a noisy stream today with the power movement and rustling of paper.
Okay, 15 sheets. This is not test paper. This is our real paper. The paper from Iwano Ichibe. A bit hard this morning, I think. I should have been more careful about moistening it. That's my excuse, anyway. Is Dave okay with William streaming from Okahonkan? Yeah, he's got a while to catch up to me yet. I'm still okay.
I'm not going to be at the 5,000 viewer mark anytime soon.
Or do they mean that because you're going to show me up or something, or whatever?
Well, I think my laugh says it all there. Bearing in mind, Darren, this is the second print I've ever printed.
Anna, how's the audio pickup here? You can hear my voice because the mic is here, but when William speaks, can you hear what he's saying? William, give him a test, sir.
Hello, hello. Test.
Is it audible when he speaks? Yeah, it seems they can hear you, yeah. Double barrel noise here.
Yeah.
The room is built here for 4 printers. I'm at the corner bench against the window. He's in the one behind me. And we have 2 more benches near the entrance, 1 and 2. And I don't know, we very rarely get all 4 people working up here at the same time. Yeah, so William, interesting point there. They can hear your voice, but who can understand what you're saying is a very relatively few people. So.
Is that to do with my accent?
Seems so, perhaps.
My lack of pronunciation. I'll have to put on my
proper
my radio presenter voice.
So, Queen's English.
Yeah.
So.
Aoyama-san just ends up laughing at me halfway through.
In frustration, actually.
Yeah. He ends up just laughing at what I'm trying to say.
And William and we're working downstairs, and sometimes the 3 of us, I'm there, and sometimes it's William and just Aoyama-san. And Aoyama-san's English is extremely, extremely limited, about the same as William's Japanese, I guess.
Yeah.
And the 2 of them were trying to. The 2 of them were trying to act it out by gesture, and William was really asking, "Look, no, hold this while I clamp this," and while it just isn't working very well. But whatever, they're laughing their way through it. So. Oh, Jed's in here. Hi.
Hello, Jed.
I think really I should change what it says on my meishi, my name card, Rather than manager Mokohankan, I should just change it to read just professional owl printer. Just give up. I mean, that's obviously my future, so just give up.
Have you done a run, a proper run on any other print aside from the owl in the last?
Myself, you mean?
Months, yeah.
No, I don't chance to do any printing at all these days. Nothing.
Yeah, so
We did that thing on the stream, making that young girl print. That's it. Carving on the octopus. I haven't done any of that for a while. No, real printing, I don't get anything done these days. That was the joke the other day when I turned in those 30 copies of the owl that I finished the other day. They're getting packed ready to ship to Ome, and we were joking around that there's 2 ways to look at this. One is that I'm the only person here who's capable of doing this print. But the other one is they're all saying that. They're all pretending they can't do it well.
yeah.
To make sure Dave feels like he has some meaning here. Oh, I'm the only one that can do this. So they're all pretending that they can't do it. This has become my function. Dave sits in the back room printing owls, makes YouTube videos, and feels like he's important. So somebody's suggesting we should change the channel name. Just get it over and done with. Japanese owl printmaking or Japanese owl printing or whatever. Yeah, just get it over with. Let's get a view of the health of our stream here. What's happening? Not sure. Somebody's asking. I'm having some issues with the movable software. Can you check if it's working on your end? What? You mean the blog? The blog. Okay. All right. I don't know. Not right now, but okay. The blog software. No, it's okay. Nothing to do with the stream here this morning. So I thought maybe there'd been problems with the stream here. I don't know. Suggestion I should teach you to do the owls and then move on to bigger things.
So I can become the owl printer.
Keep working at it, young man, and one day you too
Can print 300.
can print 300 owls. Work hard, young man, keep your nose to it. So, that's a suggestion. Switch you to the owls and I can get back to the octopus.
Yeah. Ooh. Tatsy's come on. That's the first time I felt it.
Huh? What's that?
Tatsy's come on. My feet are warm now.
Yeah.
That's the first time I felt it. I don't know.
Sunlight in. We shouldn't print like this, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I can see what I'm doing anyway. But there's no way printing a difficult item. You can't have the sunlight streaming on your block here like this. But it's okay for this. I know what I'm doing. I can see each finished one. Yeah, hang on for a minute. We'll take the camera back to William in a minute. Just hang on there, guys. I'll do my 15 sheets here. Show that slideshow, and then we'll put the camera back on William. The thing about the sunshine is it's just so bright and light and bright and light. You can't see what you're doing. You need just simply stable, steady light all day long for something like this. And if the sunlight comes in, your eyes get all, deep, not defocused, but you can't tell the depth. And a printing room like this, really, it's the north-facing window is best, which is what we've got. But the problem is the hotel across the street reflects at this time of day. So if I was serious here and I was doing serious work, I'd just shut the curtains and go for it. So,
The sun really does shoot up the road, doesn't it, up here, across the river. It really does come up.
Yeah, well, this is reflected. It's reflected from the hotel there across the street. Were you over there again this morning, William?
Yeah, I went and watched the samurais on the bridge again.
Doesn't get much work done. You sit there watching sunrises, yeah.
Or samurais, whichever way I
So he came back yesterday. I'm getting my breakfast. He comes back up the door. He's been out in the morning. He said, I went to see the samurais this morning. I'm thinking, he went to see the samurais this morning. Like, what's happening in Osaka at 6 o'clock in the morning that I don't know about? It's just his British. He went to see the sunrise. The samurais.
Yeah, I found a nice little spot by the Toledo River.
Does Dave any pictures of the new toilet? Relax, we have a slideshow about the construction downstairs. Let me do my 15 sheets here first. We'll pop you up a few slides and then I'll move the camera to William's bench. So just hang on a minute here. But I do have to get some work done.
Now, speaking of owls, yesterday afternoon I was walking up, is it Orange Street?
Yeah, the Owl Cafe there, yeah. Did you go in?
No, but there was two girls stood outside with owls. One was dressed as, they were both dressed as Dragon Ball. I think it was Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both in.
It's a boom right now. There are 3 owl cafes within a block of us in different directions. 3 of them. The boom here some years ago was cat cafes first, then next was rabbit cafes, and now there's been a bunch of different ones. Owls are in. The most popular cafe in town is still the Hedgehog Cafe. It's sold out like months in advance. If you just come as a casual tourist, you're doomed. You got to make the reservation before you come.
Wow.
Because they're so cute.
Yeah. Should be enough.
Reading about the space launch here this morning, that was indeed spectacularly cool. But at the point when I left off, it said we had lost the central booster. But I see somebody's now saying it landed fine. I thought they'd lost it. That's just about the time I had to leave. I know it says we've lost. I forget the exact words the guy said. We've lost the core, central core, I think he said. But now people are posting that it landed okay. Yeah, I'm using the backing sheet for this one. It's I'm having to rub really hard on this. The paper's a bit drier than I like. I wasn't very careful with the preparation last night. Meaning I didn't do any preparation last night. Oh, they lost the signal. I thought it meant they lost the booster. So, I see, I see. I see. The sun has now reached the next hotel window. It's working its way across the facade. Someone's asking, why not pre-mix a bigger bowl of color rather than keep mixing on the wood? I've got enough color here to do 100 owls. I know what I'm doing is I'm mixing the paste and the pigment together on the wood. And now and then I splash a little bit of water in there. This is of course the base tone. We're going to do it again to strengthen it up. So we've got color here. This is the pigment mix. It's just powder pigment in a bowl with water. This is some paste, Japanese rice paste. Whatever. I've got a bit of water here, which I'm using just to touch up now and then. Usually I put the pigment on the tile. If you put it on the block, you end up getting into a habit. You put it in the block in the same place each time. And it eventually causes a stain on the wood. So whoa. What do we got here? Let's see. Okay, I have 4 sheets left in my pack. I'll run these sheets, then look at some slides, and then take you back to William. So hang in there for a few minutes. Moving to our second camera. Are you ready for your big moment, sir?
I'm just very rapidly trying to teach myself to print gradations.
You're going to be learning live on camera.
Yeah.
Well, just a minute, then the prints you've made so far haven't had any.
No, the tiger's the only one I've.
Did it have a gradation?
Nope.
Aha, I see. Well, should we not do this? Is this going to be embarrassing?
No, there's no better time to learn than in front of
a global audience.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry, I wasn't trying to embarrass you there.
No, I don't mind. I'm not.
Did you watch like Sugi-san the other day or something, or?
No, I just from what I've seen of your videos. I understand the basic premise of it, but understanding something and doing something. And there's also 2 that have got to be the same. Something will happen.
See, somebody's struggling this morning with this. Drop my bearing. That's 100 yen fine. People are asking, who's the British chap with David?
Chap, that's very British.
Our guest today, or this week, is William Francis from England. He's what can I say, up and coming young printmaker, whatever.
Yeah.
Who's been watching what we do here and deciding to try it himself and coming along. So he's made some prints successfully. So that was enough to let him come and hang around here for a while. And, we don't have any facility here for training beginners. If somebody says, Mr. Bull, can I become your apprentice? We just have to say no, it's just not possible. But once somebody has already developed a basic level of fluency, is that the right word? We know that they're sort of going to be interested in this. They've invested a bunch of their own time and energy and efforts in learning how to do things, and we're flexible about spending time here. We've had a few visitors. So last year, John Amos came from Georgia. He stayed here nearly a month. Before that, Alexander Fortin from Montreal. He was here for, I think, a week or so. I don't remember exactly. Fred Main from Paris was here for a few days. We were a little bit open to using the space by people who know what they're doing, you know. So we have no way to really help beginners, but we're certainly willing to, what can I say, help get a boost to people who've got some experience who are being frustrated because they don't have hands-on experience in a real workshop, you know. All right, 2 sheets left here, and then we'll switch over. Francis, William, there are people lobbying for a new command, a William command, on the bot.
I don't think I could have picked a much tougher block to try and learn to do gradations on. There's 2 of them. The registration's very old. There's
You could have picked a much more difficult block than that. I'm sorry. That's not so bad. The block Suga-san's working on now, that on a first of the boss fights. I'll give that one a try. Good luck. She's been at this a number of years and she's using pretty much everything she knows.
something, I suppose.
You do. You have a will command now.
Oh, wow.
Exclamation will.
I have to remember that and keep spamming the chat.
With your own name.
Yeah.
Not so sure. It might not be very complimentary text that appears.
Yeah, the depends who's written it.
All right, there's my first 15, first color. They need a second color to richen them up. But let's mix things up here a little bit this morning. Put my paper away a bit. Okay, as I said, we've been working on the stuff downstairs. Let's see a few photographs. Jed's on here trying to promote his own stuff on the printmaking bot now.
Any way to get ahead, Joe?
He says, no, it's not to promote me, it's just trying to help William get ahead or whatever. So yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Pictures. We saw this a few days ago on Facebook. We posted this picture. Me getting that was just a few minutes, an hour or so after I got the key to the shutter downstairs. It's funny, high security. I probably shouldn't talk too much about this. Typical Japanese shop. They're closed by shutters like this. People don't leave the windows and doors visible at night. And the key is a really extremely high tech. Boy, nobody would know how to get into a place like this key. So. I mean, any high school kid with a bobby pin could get in there. So we're working out how to work a next level of security. It's not like woodblock prints or really, But the guy had a jewelry shop in there. It was full of sterling silver jewelry. Oh, wow. 18 years he was in there, and that was the key. We changed it. We bought a new key. At the internal lock, we switched it out, but it's not exactly the most high tech thing in the world. But. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I can't imagine somebody breaking into this place at night to try and steal some owls.
Depends how big a fan they are.
Hey, this is not where we keep the owl stock anyway. That's over in the Ome workshop. So I held the key up. Somebody screenshotted it. Actually, I read about that happening. There was a picture of somebody, using a key to get into a building, and they photographed it, and there was enough data in the photograph to make a copy of the key. It's interesting. Should I do it again? I don't know. Whatever. Here, put it in front of my beard so you can see how it goes. Right, here you go. There's your opportunity. Hi, Photoshop the key. Okay, anyway, there's the shutter. The guy before me had the silver shop there. He was there for 18 years. And we're finding now, as we do various deconstruction, take his place apart, we're finding evidence of the previous stuff, the previous shops that were there. This building is around as old as I am, and there's been a lot of different things in there, including a number of different restaurants. So it turned out that they ripped up the floor of the guy that the jeweler put in. It was a mistake, actually. It was supposed to be left so we could use it, but they ripped it all out. We're going to have to build our own floor. But under that floor, we found evidence of a counter. There's a long, thin counter. The building is a long, thin, snake-like building. And there was a counter, a U-shaped counter. And we don't know what kind of restaurant it was, but there was clearly, it was maybe a bar, izakaya, whatever. So, and the kitchen was at the back. And this is causing us a bit of a problem, because the kitchen at the back is the room that's going to become our party room. And my God, it's a mess. It's an absolute oil-covered, smeared... What's that stuff before? There's metal sheeting covering some holes in the floor, and I don't even know what's in there. And there's tiles. It looks like some 1940s hospital. So whatever, we're just going to rip out what we can and cover what we can. We haven't started that back room because that's the place that William is using for his construction. Anyway, let's move forward on some of these things here. Here we go. On deconstruction is the first step. We had to rip out the old toilet walls. It was way too small. If we have our party customers go into a little toilet, you'd have to duck to get into the roof. You got to turn around. There's no room to take your pants down. It was just unbearable. So out it comes. And there's a funny story here. 10 minutes before this picture was taken, this is young Kawai-san, who you've met on the stream here. I'd ripped out the first wall of the toilet, and he'd been cleaning up the gypsum board and stuff like that. Then I felt a bit sad for him because he was getting all dusty just cleaning up garbage, and I was doing all the interesting work. So I thought, let's switch over. So I gave him the crowbar and said, here, I'll clean up for a while. You take over the next wall. And it's super funny. I had no idea this was going to happen. He gets the crowbar, with the hook at the end on the top, and he sort of goes near the wall, and then he starts tapping. He taps on the wall a little bit. And I think he's just tapping to find out where the studs and stuff are inside there. No, he's tapping because this guy, he's nearly 40 years old, has never, ever done this before. He's never deconstructed something, never taken down a wall, never done anything. He was tapping because he's like, this is how you do this. So we chat, pal. I grab it from, look, this is how you do this. Watch, ready? Wow, bang, and away we go. And he's like, is that okay? So it didn't take him long. More 5-10 minutes later, here he goes. He's just really swinging this thing. And it's an interesting cultural difference. So I don't know what countries are on each side of the list. Countries like where I grew up, Canada, or America, England, whatever. Doing it yourself and taking out a wall and building a new wall is not such a strange deal. Not everybody does it. There are people who have not done it. But whatever, where I grew up, most kids do this, So in Japan, nobody has a table saw in their house. Nobody does work. If you want a new wall in, you call something like that. DIY is just really at the very initial stages here, and I'm not sure it's actually going to take off much more than it already has. It's just not in the character. People don't want to do this stuff, whereas for me, it's whatever. bang, go for it and do it. So he had a blast. He had a blast. Okay, there we are. This is taken from just inside the front door, looking down the length of the shop. If you visit the shop, this is what you would see when you just came in the front door. The old toilet walls are now gone. You can see actually the yellow tile at the back in the middle of it. That's the toilet room. The toilet thing itself has now been removed. The front wall and half of the side wall have been removed. So we're going to be able to make the room longer. On the left-hand side there, where you see the downlights, that will be where our counter is, where the cash register and stuff like that is. On the right-hand side, where you see more downlights, that's where the browser bins. These downlights are left over from the jeweler's shop, and they're actually in the wrong place. The left lights have to come out, so they're over the counter. The right-hand lights have to go back, so they're near the wall. But we're very lucky that we caught the deconstructors in time to stop them, because the plan was they were going to rip this thing out to the concrete floor, above the ceiling, left and right, and we managed to stop them doing that. Unfortunately, we didn't stop them in time, and the floor is gone, but at least we saved the roof. If they'd pulled the roof down, oh my God, we'd be looking at weeks and weeks and weeks of work. It's a long, narrow building, and we're looking at this picture taken from about 4 meters in already, so it's actually even longer and narrower than you see there. Here we are, Kawai-san again. So after he got used to this, look, he's working on the tile, taking those yellow tiles off the bathroom. He's now feeling, I like this. I could do this. I could enjoy doing this. Yeah, little does he know, deconstruction is the easy part. Putting it back together is not quite so easy. And you can see behind Kawai-san what is the old kitchen. There's a huge extractor fan, a filthy floor. We're going to have to build a beautiful Japanese room inside that shell. Here we are, enough tile removal. Okay, enough Kawai-san. Here we go. Here we are. There's me, and now that the toilet walls are down, oh, in the background there's William. There's an old trestle table that has been left behind in the kitchen back there, and it's hugely heavy. It took two of us. We couldn't pick up the top of that thing.
No, we had to do it.
We struggled. So the top of that table, it's what, 10 centimeters thick? It's like a keyaki tree, some heavy, dense wood. And we're happy and sad about this. They're happy that there's a table there that we can use for a workbench, but once we're finished working, what the hell are we going to do with that thing? I have no idea. There's no Craigslist here in Japan to get rid of a table, and it's about like 2 meters long, a meter wide.
Yeah.
And my God, if you had to buy a piece of wood like that, it would be $1,000 or something like that. It's a staggering piece of wood. And I don't know what to do with it. Here we are. So I'm just starting the framing work on the toilet itself. So, and we don't have big workbenches and stuff. It's not common to do that sort of thing in Japan. You just get a bit of a trestle table, work with what you've got, and away you go. So, yeah, somebody saying about that tabletop, carve it. Like I got the next 60 years to get into that. So. I mean, there's Yahoo auction here. There's various recycle shops you can take it to sell. It's too big. You need to rent a truck to move it. Nobody can move it in a car. You can't ship it. It just comes with so much heavy baggage.
And we struggled to get it in the truck we took to
impossible. So we'll face that next month when we get to it. Oh, here we are. Shot of William at the back here. What he's doing is, you can see the kind of wood we're using. I don't know what it's called in the Western term. It's all whatever, not laminated like plywood style. It's made up of small pieces of wood all glued together. And he's working, the first job for him is the browser bins. We're making 3 browser bins so people can look at prints. And we've had one in the shop for 3 years, but it was a bit of a finicky construction method. And moving ahead for this one, Aoyama-san threw in an idea, and he and Will worked out together a simpler way to make these things. We had a bit of a problem. We went to the lumberyard to get the stuff, and they were out of the stuff we wanted, and it wasn't looking like it was going to be back in anytime soon. So we switched to plan B or C or D, whatever we're up to, and got this stuff. And it's okay. It looks nice. It's good wood, but it warps a little bit more. And Will's having a bit of trouble sometimes getting the pieces put together.
Yeah, so it's all just lashed down to the ground.
So you've tried, yeah. So it needs like 3 of us to hold it while he drills holes and screw it so that it warps it or squeezes it back into place. So, and then you see the back room. That will be the party room. And it's got all these tiles, the filthy tiles on the wall. There's an old stove and stuff at the back. And it's going to take a while. And we are not going to be finished like March 1st. Absolutely not. Well, there we are, back outside, starting the framing of the toilet. That's real interesting there. You can see the left-hand wall too. It's breeze block. The building is steel and concrete construction. But what that means is it's just the 8 posts and the floors. The floors are quite thick. They're about 20 centimeters, rebar inside, of course, and 8 posts. And all the walls between the inside and outside are just breeze block. So we've got really, the structure of the building is nothing but an actual cubic skeleton. And that breeze block wall on the left is connected to the building next to us. Their breeze block wall is just built, stuck to our breeze block wall. This came up yesterday. Yesterday was Tuesday. It was the first Tuesday in the month. And I've known about this. It's been going on for 3 months. But we have never taken part before. Each district in Japan, now when I say district, I mean, in this case, it's the 2 blocks, the block we're on and the block between us and the Don Quixote store, has what's called a Shotengai, a merchants association. And they run the street, they run the neighborhood. You can see the nice tiles on the street there and stuff like that. That's paid for and supplied by the merchants association. The city just puts a flat road down. And if you want something different in an area like this, you get together and you get your money together and you build it. Now, I'm lucky I didn't have to pay for this. This was all done about 10 years ago before I came here, but I'm coming in to ride on it. But I'm now going to have to join the association because all businesses on the first floor of the buildings are required, socially required, to join the association. And here's what part of it entails. First Tuesday of every month, you get your scrubbing brush out, and away you go, and here they are. The guy in the orange jacket, that's a Merchants Association jacket. This is funny. I don't know if I can say this, talk about this online. In the old days, around Asakusa, the districts were numbered. It was District 1, District 2, District 3, District 4. District 6 was the entertainment part. It was where the theaters are. That's where I am now. And our street is called Street Number 6, the street of District Number 6. And district is ku. Japanese numbers 1, ichiku, niku, sanku. We are District 6, so we are roku, roku. So this is Roku Dori, District Number 6, street. Now the guys, when they made these orange jackets for our Merchants Association, the guy next door to me in the old antique shop says, I know, we can make a new modern design. And ku in Japanese is also the same pronunciation for 9.
Oh, okay.
Ku. Ku is another pronunciation for 9. So he thought, what we'll do is we'll take Roku and we'll make a nice big logo on the back of this. Oh, party for this afternoon. Oh, like I need that right now. Yeah, thank you. So the orange jackets have this new modern logo, Roku, and it's a 6 intertwined with a 9. And I don't think the guy quite actually understood what it was all about. So when I get my new jacket in April, I'm going to have to wear this orange jacket with a giant 6-9 symbol on the back of it and say, hi, come and join me on Roku, so whatever.
In the entertainment district.
So in the entertainment district, in the soap plants, we walk past. We go to the train station with William, and on the right-hand side is a big sign that says, is it Max? What's the name of the place? Max Soap Plant.
Yeah.
I'm asking Bill, do you actually know what this might be? And he said, yeah, I think I do. Let's not go there. Whatever. So,
and then there's the hotel, the Labo.
So the Labo Hotel.
Yeah.
So,
the laboratory, now it's called.
Yeah, so we used to be, so this district was full of Labo hotels. Most of them were closed down because actually, I know, young people now, they live by themselves, they have access to bedrooms, but in the old days when most young people were living with their family, they needed Love hotels, but around here now there's not too many. So one of the local Love hotels has changed to a hostel, a traveler's hostel, and they called it the Kaosan Labo. And I guess, I don't know why.
I think it's the laboratory.
Well, they made that up later. I mean, the Labo is katakana for Love Hotel. Let's go to the Labo, whatever. But in case they didn't want people to feel bad about it, they call it this is the laboratory. So here, this the girl here. You see this? We're all in our just whatever clothes. This is a girl from the front desk of the hotel. There's a hotel across the street. She comes out from the front desk in her nice clothes and her not high heels, but her nice shoes and stuff. And she's scrubbing the damn street. So.
Yeah, I was taking the photos, and then Manly spraying a jet hose around by my feet.
Yeah. He was a little tiny bit pissed off that you were shooting photos like that. Actually, no big deal. But he was. In fact, he yelled at you. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I just got out there quickly, got back in. Okay.
So here we are. So, and this is the easy part. I'm a beginner, so I just grab my brush. But there's guys that go down the whole street, I guess they take turns with scrapers, picking off chewing gum and stuff like that. It is a really, really good clean job. We were talking about this the other day, that the jeweler who used to work here downstairs was the tallest guy on the street. So his job was to go up and wash the, I don't know, can you see them in that previous picture? Yeah, see the girl with the black clothes here. Up on top of her, there's a photograph on the poster. These are old style comedians. They were stage comedians, and some of them maybe came up on TV. And those things are high, and it was the jeweler's job to wash these every Tuesday. And now he's gone, they're looking for the tallest guy in the street, and I don't know, maybe it's not me, but I see a stepladder here. Well, there we are, look at this, they're working in pairs, stepladders doing that. So maybe I won't have to do that job, I don't know. We'll see. But man, we have a nice clean street today. This happens every first Tuesday except the 1st of January, except when it's in January. So. What's next? Okay, back indoors. There's our man here, and you can see what he's doing. You can't really tell what he's built. What he's done was to help keep this stuff straight and clamped together. These are components of the things that will become the browser bin. I mean, you can't tell what it is from looking at the picture there. There's various U shapes and T shapes and L shapes and stuff. He's clamped them all together just to dry while they're clamping and also keep them straight. So I don't know, there's 20 different components all together clamped up there. I don't even know what they are. But,
yeah, I think they're all shelves. So the main bits, all you need is the two bottoms on each side and then the 3 centre bit. Yeah, looks a lot more complicated than it is.
So it's a real, looks like some kind of puzzle you're building there. I hope you're not fooling me. What's the back of your jacket there? It says sex wax. I think
it's a wax. It's a wax for surfboards.
A likely story.
It's a wax you put on surfboards.
You do a lot of surfing there?
I did surf when I was younger a little bit.
In Britain?
Yeah.
They have surfing in Britain?
Yeah, it's very cold.
In the bathtub?
No, you can out on the coast, on the Cornish coast, it's good surf. It's good surf. Yeah, it comes in quite strong.
Like with rollers and tubes and stuff.
So you don't get tubes. It's a bit more aggressive.
Aggressive.
They're more just like get up, pull you along, and dump you back down. But yeah, wax for keeping surfboards.
There's questions in the stream here. I know this thing about cleaning and stuff. Yeah, it's fine. It's the way it's done. And I'm very happy. I hope I wasn't complaining. Oh, I have to clean the street. I'm happy that I live in a place where such things happen. And I'm happy to take part in it. I know it's going to get a bit expensive because those stones and nice Italian tiles and stuff are all paid for by the Merchants Association, which means they're paid for by print customers at the end of the day. But I don't know.
Paid for by owls.
Paid for by owls, I guess. Don't keep doing that to me, okay? People are starting to promote Cornwall surf. Okay, I'm sorry, I just didn't know. I don't have an impression of England as a surfing country, that's all. So excuse me. No insult intended.
Yeah, it's cold in the middle of July. Every day.
Okay, next picture. Back into the shop again. This is now looking the other way, out towards the front. You can see that blue thing in the background is the glass front door, and then out into the bright street. So I was standing by that blue door when I took the previous pictures, looking down into the shop. This is Aoyama-san now. You may have known of him last year as Lee-san. He's become Japanese and changed his name. And there were some irregularities in the floor. There's some places where there were a bit larger cabinets, and the concrete had been chipped up to fit the cabinets in there. I don't quite know why. Anyway, the cabinets are now gone, and we've got to get the floor level. So Aoyama-san is here leveling it. And he was a bit pissed off at me yesterday. I bought a bag of concrete that I thought was enough, and it didn't even cover half. This is my life, I'm a chronic underestimator. I think it's part. No, you can laugh, but it's part of being an optimist.
Yeah.
An optimist. Look at this. Oh, that'll work. That's good enough.
Yeah.
And it isn't, but whatever. You have that viewpoint. So So he's, I don't know, whatever. So I bought a 10-kilogram bag, and we needed a 25-kilogram bag. And we have to go back and get it. But I'd rather be an optimist than a pessimist. So.
Rather have to go and get some more than throw it all away.
Pardon me?
You'd rather have to go and get.
Well, that's another factor too. If we buy too much, what are we going to do that we have to throw it away? Because there's no basement to keep stuff inside. So that's the thing. All the tools and materials and supplies we need, we have to try and buy like sort of just enough to do the job. Because once you're finished, the rest of the stuff is left over. It just has to go in the garbage. It's not like we have a workshop, to keep the stuff in. So exactly, insulation. No, those breeze boxes. There's no insulation in a building like this in Japan. Absolutely none. In modern, the hotel across the street is a modern building, insulated. It's got an HVA system all up and down through it. Office buildings, hotels, skyscrapers, they are built normal. Houses and little tiny shops like this are just built as boxes. It's just the box, just the box, just the box. The room we are in right now, there's nothing on. There is an air conditioner which we have fitted in. So it's all room conditioning. It's not building conditioning. It's strange, crazy, bizarre. Don't get me started, whatever. Here we are. Hey, there's my toilet frame. Look at that. You can see inside it, there's the message of here's the fire extinguisher. So that used to be external to the room, and now it's internal. So there we are. There's going to be room to stand up and take your pants down and turn around and do things normally. So. All right, we're back to William's stuff. I think this is where he left it last night. I took this picture last night. He was already in bed by the time I took this shot. Lazy bugger. He gets to bed about 10:30 or something.
Oh, I'm tired.
They're in the contract, midnight to midnight. Come on.
I need more sleep.
From 0 to 24. That's the way it works here. So. And again, I don't know what he's built. You can see he's got it all tied together and knotted together, partly to stop warping and partly to glue and clamp it together.
Yeah, stuff on the floor is just to stop it warping overnight, so I can just get them all screwed together today. And
someone's asking about the toilet here. That's the space. You can see the space in where the tiles are. I will be putting in the same kind of toilet we have on the second floor. It's a modern warmlet, washlet, blah blah blah, spray, all that kind of stuff. Seats warm so the girls' bumps don't get cold. Whatever. We're going to be doing that. I didn't go for the super expensive model that when you open the door, the seat goes, well, hello there. I didn't buy that model. It was an extra 10,000 yen. I thought, not only is it an extra money, but it's like, I don't think people really want that, The Don Quixote store here, the toilets up on the 4th floor, they're all like that. You go in the cubicle and the thing opens up. Ready.
Yeah, the one in the Richmond Hotel does as well.
The same thing? So I don't know.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. Just I find that a little tiny bit creepy. Maybe it's my age.
My toilet. The toilet seat tries to close on you while you're doing your business. So we don't have these nice modern Japanese toilets.
So the toilet we got, of course, it's a spray and a washer and warm water and stuff like that. And also the flushing is automatic. And this is funny. The one we've got here now too, like this. If you go in the room, if you stand up and do something, it doesn't really know you're there. So you have to push the button to flush it automatically. That's fair enough. But if you sit down and do something, if you stand up within 10 seconds, it doesn't do anything. It just assumes you sat down to tie your shoelaces or something. I don't know, whatever. If you sit down for, I forget the exact timing. If you sit down for between 15 seconds and whatever the timing is, 1 minute, when you stand up, it automatically does a small flush. If you've been sitting down for more than 1 minute, and again, don't quote me, I don't remember the exact seconds. If you sit down for more than 1 minute, it does a large flush. So, whatever. So. Anyway, I didn't buy the one with the automatic option and with the voice control. I do not want that. The seat lifts up and it says, whatever it says, at your service or whatever. I don't even know what it says. Here we are, back to the toilet. And the area on the right-hand side, you can just barely see inside, there's a raised area. That was the original size of the toilet room. The door was there on the right-hand side. So this whole, we've doubled the size of the toilet room. We've brought it out to the left, and I'm having to put a subfloor in to bring the new floor up. It says so. It opens and it says, feed me. Thank you. Anyway, so I'm just starting to lay out. It's not glued down yet, but I'm just starting to lay out the grid for the subfloor in the toilet. So, and there we are, starting to put what I'm going to do is we're just going to use standard sheetrock or whatever it's called in whatever country you're in here. I think it was called gypsum board in Canada where I was. Here it's called sekko board. It's gypsum board. That first sheet is just to fit. And what I'm going to do inside the framing, we've got high density foam, styrofoam panels. We're going to put them in because this is a toilet in the middle of a shop, and whatever, we can't totally make it a silent room, but we can help a little bit so that, you know, people standing in the shop browsing at prints are not hearing what the guy in the little room there is doing. So not so much. So it'll be stuffed tight with, I don't know, dense foam. And you can actually the wire. I've already put the wire in. The switch is already wired up. So. And then it'll be paneled on the outside and becomes part of the shop. So. Oh, back to the beginning. That's where we are. So that's a small tour there of the. Let's find that one view. Leave it there for a minute. Where's the overview there? That's our space. And over the course of the next few weeks, I don't know how many weeks it's going to take, this will be transformed into quite a nice shop. And I've got some nice plans for this. I really want to make it into an actually attractive shop. Not just functional. I want it to be beautiful. So when people come in and say, wow, this is a nice place. You know, that's the way it is on the second floor now. We did it in a quite attractive way. It's not professionally done, but it looks nice. It looks cool. It's pretty functional. And that's what I want to work with the downstairs. And it's going to take now longer than I thought because various plans have changed, but whatever, we'll take it as it comes. And I'd hoped to be open by spring. When March comes, the tourist onslaught, that's not going to be possible. We're a bit short-handed, and we'll take it as it comes. So anyway, what I'll do now is I'm going to pop the slideshow off, and I'm going to attempt to move the camera and computer over to the bench behind me. It's possible that the thing may kink the cable and we may go down. If we do go down, just stay tight, sit tight, and I will restart the stream with the camera in a new position. So let's try this. Smooth. I'll try and move the camera first and then come back and move the laptop. So just hang in there, people. We'll see what happens here. Are you ready for your big moment, sir?
I was ready
No.
for what they're going to be, but well, yeah. Let's go.
All right, get ready for some camera shake. Oh, I gotta unclip the mic. Here we go. Holy show. I don't know if this is gonna work, but whatever, let's try it. What have we got to lose? We have nothing to lose but our stream. Okay, mic is now on yours.
Thank you very much.
Are we still live? I don't know. Are we still live? Look at this. We might have made it. Hang on. Let's zoom out a bit first so you can see what's happening here. Right, you're live. You're on air. Mic is in front of you. It's over to you, sir.
Oh no. Can I talk and do this at the same time? I can barely
You
do
walk and chew gum. Are you one of those guys or not?
Okay.
Will's mom says, straighten your hair.
Me?
I don't know. I'm going to come around over here so I can see the stream. It says, come on, William, you're supposed to tell stories. It's part of the contract, it says here.
Yeah.
But tell us what you're printing. You know.
Yeah, I'll just, so I'm printing some of the...
Print one sheet and then hold it up or whatever.
Yeah. So it's from the old doy hanger blocks. Yeah. So. Right.
Show us.
So that's what I'm getting so far. I'm probably a little bit too wet. But.
It's a double block from the Doy Hunger Company, one of the blocks that we got. It was to make Christmas cards back in the old days, and they did it with two up. So if I can focus in on the block here, you can see the block in front of William. It has two areas on it. We got Baron on his left hand. That's water. Now he's putting on the block a touch of water. He's doing a gradation, so he's put water up at the top. Bit of paste onto the brush. He's picking up a bit of pigment there at the front of the brush. So the brush just has pigment at the front now, and that's going to rub into the wet area. And there's kind of a lot of water on the block there. We wouldn't normally use raw water when it would be a wet cloth, a damp cloth.
Ah, okay, yeah. See, I have got one. Yeah. So damp cloth on there, and bring it down.
Are these going to be in the shop? No, the prints William is making right now are not for sale. I know, not to be sarcastic, but no. Aimi-san did a batch of these a few weeks ago, so the print itself will be in the shop in a couple of weeks. But the ones William making, no, it's just for his own training.
Yes. Right,
if I can slide this into the stream here, if it'll show. Aimi-san made a batch of these last time. She did a very, very nice job. Beautiful gradation. Nice toned up. The block is, I'm not sure, somebody on the stream actually found out for us a week or so ago. I think it's 1930s, 1933, somebody said. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly. It's pre-war.
Marginally better. That's a little bit better.
Down a bit, down.
Yes,
one of the very difficult parts about this block is that the sky has snow, and it's got to be printed. Is it twice or 3 times on this block? It's twice.
Yeah, it's twice, and then there's a shadow box. So yeah, 3.
So
there is 3.
You've got to register it so carefully that the snow drops, the snow flakes don't fill up with pigment. So.
And then there's, if I can do very, very quick, so you've got these registrations.
Do you put the tape on, or she put the tape on?
No, the tape was there, yeah.
It's good. We've got the camera in a place where we can see the reflection off the block because of the window behind it. It's good. You can see the shininess. So. You haven't got your own light on?
Yeah.
It is on, or it's not?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I've got it now. Yeah, no,
it's variable brightness.
Yeah,
though.
there we go. That's better. See that now. Oh. Sorry, I'm not talking so much. I'm just trying to...
So even the chat is concentrating in silence, watching.
Oh, is that what they got?
So they're very quiet watching.
So shocked and dismayed.
No, before we were talking about that. Every time I start telling some story, the chat goes quiet or whatever. And right now the chat's very quiet, watching what you're doing.
And Jed's watching in horror, thinking, "What have I got myself in for?"
I didn't say that.
It's really hard to brush the gradation and keep the paste up out of the snow as well. You've got that middling section.
Your last few strokes have to be very, very soft. As we said, if you can hear it, it's too much.
Yeah.
Someone's asking, Dave looks quite young. For newcomers to the stream here, this is not me. You're hearing my voice. Oh, look at this. Looking better, William, son. Looking better. Still a lot of grain in the sky.
Yeah,
modeling, but yeah.
Yeah, I think my paper's just a little bit on the damp side, but
Okay, what's going on? We're up on the 3rd floor of the shop right now, and I've left my own printing bench for a minute to do a backwards narration here. The gentleman you're seeing at my bench is William Francis, young printmaker from England. He's here to work on our shop construction downstairs, and or also help with the get some training for himself up here. You know. So. Jed's asking how to avoid that grain, that model. He's got too much water on the block, too much water in the brush.
Yeah.
You know, it's a real difficult balance.
Yeah.
Too much loose water and you get a mottled, we call gomazuri, sesame seed printing. And that sky has got to be absolutely flat. And in Aimi-san's sample that she's done for us, the sky is flat and smooth and deep, and yet the snowflakes are still visible, and yet she's printed that once or twice, and perhaps 3 times, I'm not sure. I don't know exactly how she did this. And for my early years, my gradations were modeled for longer than I even want to admit to. But,
we'll get there, Jed, don't worry.
And people are asking in the chat about can they come to learn here. You know, this is not a school. We don't have an open policy of come here and we will teach you how to do this. We just have no facility to do this. I'm not teaching William anything here. He's here to use the benches and practice by himself. Basically, right now on the stream I'm chatting about it, but he's not getting taught anything here. We are not set up for it. We just don't have the facilities, the resources, the time, and the space. So the positioning is just random. What you're seeing behind me is it's one of the banners we had outside in the street. You know, we have banners in the street to try and show people what's going on. And this one got a bit torn up in the rain and wind, so we have to change it. We don't want a tatty banner outside, so we bought a new one. What am I going to do? Throw it away? No, put it up on the wall here. So. Advertise it. Oh, that I just see in the email coming here. The NHK program is on, like right now. The I Love Tokyo program. It's up and running again. It's on today 4 times. I don't have the data in front of me right now. I had to close my browser. If you go to the NHK World website, search for the program Tokyo I 2020. It's the one that's going to be broadcast 4 times in this current 24-hour span. It's about me. It's a rebroadcast of a program we made last spring. And it seems our blog is down. I know I've seen our messages. There was a server upgrade yesterday on our website, and it seems to have crashed some of our scripts. So our blog updating is down at the moment. Someone's asking about the TV. Is this the one where you go to? I go to an onsen. Oh, NHK takes me to an onsen every time. It's always a nude scene with Dave at one of these programs.
Oh, is this the one we went to the other day?
Yeah, actually, in this program it's on right now, NHK World. We go to the Jakutsu onsen, and William and I went there last night. No, two nights ago. Yeah. 2 nights ago, we took Ami-san and William and I went up there. So he's showing off all his full body tattoos to all the people here. Like anybody cared, right? Nobody.
There's a few stares. There's one older bloke that sort of gave me a bit of a look, and then he just carried on with his bath. No.
Anyway, William-san, you're going to keep up with this, but I have to get out of here. You know, it's already 9:15. I've got to get going today. I told you before.
Yeah. Well, I can turn the laptop round. I can finish these I've got.
No, I'm going to be taking the computer with me.
Oh,
so
you've got to
shut the screen down. So
okay, I'll carry on, and you do what you got to do. Yeah.
So we're going to shut this down in a minute or so here. And what's the plan? Today's Wednesday. I'll try and keep the usual pattern, streaming in the morning before we go down to work downstairs. I have to qualify that because I'm waiting for a phone call from Kubota-san, one of the older printers who's doing work from us. And I've booked with him for one day late this week or early next week to go over to his place with my camera gear and watch and record as he does test printing on the serpent snake print that we're publishing this month. And I've got to do that. If he phones tonight, that's it, bang, I'll be doing that tomorrow. So there will be no stream and I won't have advanced warning of it. So let's just keep it on the table. I'll do streams here each morning when I can, but one of the days, over the next few days, it's going to be zero. There'll be no stream because I'll be at Kubota-san's workshop.
Oh, we're getting a little bit smoother.
Top left corner, nice.
Yeah.
So this guy has trouble on the corners.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with
it's fear.
left-handed, nothing to do with that.
Well, it's that far corner there because you have to roll over or you.
Keep aware of it. Keep remembering. So this is so much fun watching someone do the same mistakes I made 30 years ago. Whatever. Sorry to be a smart ass.
No, that's all right.
Anyway, I gotta go. So I've got to take my computer with me. I've got to shut the stream down. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you get a chance to see the NHK program if you can. And see when I see it. It might be tomorrow morning. It might not be tomorrow morning. I don't know. I'll try and post in advance if I'm not going to be here. But I really don't know if I can. Thanks for your support. We're going to go off now. William-san, you going to say goodbye or something?
Bye-bye.
Okay. Thanks again. Hi. Bye-bye. Main camera off. Audio still open. Hot mic.
This is when we say.
Huh?
This is when we badmouth all the people in the stream.
Well, they
When
badmouth us, actually.
Yeah.
So they think we're gone and they're typing crap in the stream. It works both ways, you know.
It happens quite often after the stream finishes. The chat keeps going, and everyone's going. I wonder what they're saying about us now. I wonder.
Exactly. It works both ways. You know?
Yeah.
This is a hot mic. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I got to get out of here. Thanks very much, people. Bye bye. See you next time. Thank you.